Let me know. All right. Yo, 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 yo. What's
Yo,
going
what it
on
do?
tonight,
What it
y'all?
do?
What's good? What's good? Welcome to the show once
Word.
again. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of Going Off Topic. Let's talk about it. What your boy Dirt Road did.
It's Big Bad Brian.
We coming
You
to
can
you with
see we
another
doing
feature
this thing in two
episode.
different locations.
Yeah, man.
See,
Get the
doing
setup
back to
right.
two different locations.
Yeah, we trying it out. You gonna see how it works. But what's been going on?
Shout out to everybody. How was everybody Thanksgiving weekend?
Yeah. I hope everybody Thanksgiving was very fruitful and edible. Yeah, because I had me quite a few plates. I still would have if it wasn't for me, like I had to end up giving some food like away for real, 'cause, like, it's just too much. It be too much food, man. Like y'all, like next time y'all go ahead, y'all give a plate or two to like somebody in need next time, man. That'd be my next plan. Somebody in need, but it's just too much food, man.
You end up throwing so much away, and it's Monday now. If you still eating them leftovers, you're gonna end up at the clinic in the morning because
It's gonna be so wrong with
they showed my dog Plies the other day, like you should have been throwing them things away at the worst Saturday to me. Maybe a strong amount to yesterday, maybe just something out of it. But if you still eat on
Saturday,
going into
yeah,
tomorrow,
Saturday would have made an official 48 hours plus.
yeah.
So at that point, it was time to like let go. It was time to let go. Sunday, it's time to cook again.
And me personally, having a background in food service, like you ain't really supposed to eat no leftovers after 24 hours. Now, granted, if you're gonna freeze something, you should have done that Thursday. Now, if you realize you had a lot of food, you had some of that good ass dressing, you had some good ass turkey, macaroni, and cheese,
it'd be some good food like that too.
Y'all should have got you some of them gallon Ziploc bags and put some stuff in the freezer. That'd be fine. But if you just got that shit sitting in the fridge, I know how some motherfuckers do it. They'll have that shit just sitting in the oven. Oven ain't on. That shit at room temperature, just building temperature. You think about it, oh no, I ate this shit. You go ahead and go and get them pans that you've been had in the oven since Thursday morning.
Yeah. See what you can do.
You're gonna be on the porcelain god. Feeling like the devil's coming up out.
Sitting on the throne thinking somebody did you wrong.
Man, you're gonna be tearing that thing up, talking about what I did, what happened. You know what happened. You ate that 4-day-old food.
Wonder why you can't make it to work Monday.
Yeah, you riding to work and you riding to work, all of a sudden you feel something twerk, that's diarrhea. You know what I'm saying? You might make it through the day at work, you pulling that on home and you feel something foam, that's diarrhea.
Yeah, diarrhea. Straight up like that. But y'all, look here. That's one side effect of eating the food. Besides, let me see, one of the main effects of eating all that food, man, is the itis, man. You know, with that simple urge to go, or you can't help but to fall asleep, man. The itis, man. You can't help it. Like once you catch that, it's pretty much a little portion of your day, or maybe a large portion, or maybe the rest of your day has gone by because you done sat there and ate all that food. And now you can't help but go to sleep. So, hey.
Yeah. What up, first?
Hey, what's good, Corey? Well, good, man. Y'all join in on this thing, man.
Thanksgiving, good holiday. Y'all
Yes,
might went out
sir.
there and did some shopping on Friday, but I
Shout
mean,
out.
hell, nowadays you ain't got to go nowhere to do shopping. Go on Amazon and everybody online. They've been starting the sales since I think the end of the beginning of November.
But shoot, you know they got that Cyber Monday this week. Well, today, well, had it's almost over. I'm quite sure they'll really roll it on over into Tuesday for a couple of hours, few hours. You probably got them can buy something till 3 o'clock or something like that. AM.
Well, what you said, Randy, you had a weekend worth of the items. I feel you, brother. I think we all did. I know I had me about 2, 3, 4 plates on Thursday. Not to forget to mention that last Tuesday at work, they did a Thanksgiving for us. So I mean, when it came Friday, I didn't want no leftover. I didn't want no more ham, no more turkey,
I heard
no
that.
more macaroni, cornbread, nothing.
Hey, I don't blame you though, brother, because it get just that bad though. You get so full, it ain't but so many times you get the same thing over and over. Even if it's different people who cook the different ways, you still can't. You gonna get tired of it, man. Dog say he chilling.
So yeah. Like I just said, Randy, I'm sure we all did. That hit us Thursday, some Friday, Saturday. But like I said, if you got an itis from
I
that
had a
plate,
weekend worse than bad. Heck yeah, I bet you did.
ooh, you gonna like I said, if you still eating on that plate, you're gonna be up late tonight. And it ain't
My
gonna be
boy
because you
Dolph
ain't
on
sleep.
here.
I
But
mean,
look, man,
you gonna have them BGs.
y'all know what that is. The bubble gut.
Don't know what BGs is. That's the bubbly bumbling guts. Someone's gonna be trying to sleep. Hey, and I hope you ain't had to sleep.
Oh man, I bet the mall was ridiculous, man. I know some folk worked in the mall that say that shit was hectic. Shout out to anybody that was out there in that traffic, man, and I hope ain't nobody get snatched up because they had a whole new book of laws. Well, not new, but book of laws about people getting abducted. Just a whole warning about it. I'm talking about like, man, y'all just be on the lookout for stuff like that, man. Can't be too careful and stuff like that. For real.
Hell yeah.
But they had guidelines for you to follow and everything, man. So the crime was real. The crime was real on Black Friday.
What's up?
Real.
What's up, brother? Good to see you too, brother.
All right.
Everything's well with you.
The crime was real, brother. For real.
Man, but something I know you would almost say when it comes to a topic on this show, which we don't really have many topics. But I know it's something we talk about a lot, and I mean it's always a conversation starter. And I know I see a lot of my brothers I served with in the military, so I mean it's a big thing. I mean it's a big thing for everybody. I ain't gonna just say
I think I know what you're on to.
It's mental health. And I mean, I know before we've kind of been more broad on mental health. Take care of yourself,
right?
Get checked out, go see somebody, talk to somebody, But tonight, get a little bit. We're gonna dig a little bit.
No, dig into that topic though.
We're gonna dig into it, give you more of a perspective from my eyes, from Dez's eyes. If any of y'all want to hop in, chime in.
Yeah, man.
When it comes to mental health, as an individual with your job, with things that are going on in your life, sometimes you need to press the pause button. Sometimes you just got to press the pause button. Don't be afraid to call out of work because you just ain't feeling it. You ain't feeling it. I mean, folks go to work here. I was saying this morning, I got to work this morning. My head wasn't in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, sometimes you need to take a step back from what you're doing. So
big fan.
I mean, they go Millie, retired, chill at Millie time. You try twice to do myself in, soldiers deal with demons. We do. I mean, I'm not just gonna say because I'm on here because I'm on here, I was in the military, or for a lot of my military brothers and sisters that that chime in. There's folks out here who never served a day in the military. Everybody got demons. Everybody got triggers. Everybody got something. Some people are a lot stronger with it. But I mean, ain't nothing wrong sometimes if you got to take a knee. Talk to somebody. Let somebody know what's going on. I mean, sometimes it could be a total stranger you've been to. It ain't always got to be somebody close to you. Sometimes
my bad, brother. I'm fooling with the camera.
If you really just having one of them days, hey, can I talk to you real quick? It may just be an acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, don't be afraid to take it. If you just you take a shower, you go to get in the car, truck, whatever you're driving, get ready to pull out, drive up work, and be like, you know what, this is a single day. Don't be afraid to call big. I mean, if you got a real boss man, manager, leader, I'll say leader.
Right, somebody that's a respectable person, though, man. You can't try everybody like that. Yeah. They're gonna shun you off, though, for real. Most people I ain't gonna lie to you, man. In the world we live in, most people ain't caring about what you got going on because they got whatever they got going on. And then the more you understand that, the easier it'll be for you.
Yeah, everyone but soldiers, they just blanket PTSD you just a crazy vet. Soldiers dismissed a lot more often. And I mean, they are. And I mean, the bad thing about it, I've seen it. You got a lot.
I got a question. All right. Who you think is harder for? Now this is just a question for you, because me and you know each other. This ain't the best nobody at all. This ain't to do nobody else's standpoint. This is just a question for you. Me as being, a brother of yours. But like,
yeah,
who you think is worse for? Not necessarily worse for, because it's hard to say this. It's a hard question. Let me make this clear. But who you think is worse for? Somebody that seen something happen to somebody else? Like, say, Vince, you seen somebody get shot in front of you. Or you think it's worth being the person getting shot? Whether you live or die, whatever the case is. You think it's worse being the person who lived? Thank you. That's the conversation I had with somebody. Even though I'm a person, that's been through this or that, I still depends on the person, because it also depends. You got to think about it for somebody who done seen this time and time again by the time they 12, 13, 14 versus somebody who just seen this at the age of 20 for the first time. You're gonna be shell shocked versus the person you're like, shit, I done seen this murdering going on already. Versus so it's safe to say you kind of that's just like saying you're a product of your environment or your life. Not necessarily lifestyle, but your, upbringing, Not saying nobody brought you up that way, but it's still an upbringing. That's the upbringing you had. Was whatever you saw.
Yeah.
That's just like your mom and daddy trying to keep you safe from all hurt or harm, but you still do what you do. You can't, Same thing as saying to your child, like, shit, I can't come in the classroom to do the work for you. You can't walk in your child's life and live the life for them. Some people pass, and some people pass. But back on the top of what you're saying about mental health, it's just like it's two different. You think about the same situation, two different outlooks on it, two different outcomes on it.
Yep.
Like what you see and what I might see the same thing you saw. It might fuck with you a whole lot worse than it bothered with me, or vice versa. I'm just saying, just the difference in it is what I'm talking about. It'll be different outcomes. Say I seen the same thing. Say I seen something tragic happen to somebody, and it messed me up to the point of, I don't know, you can say no return. Like, it messed me up just that bad.
I mean,
you seen it, and you went on about your life. It was bad, but you went on about your life. But that's why I say that. That's why I say my point of saying is that you really can't judge the mental health of somebody based on, the situation. I feel like when you talk to them on whatever the subject was, you got to approach it different, depending on the person. You can't approach all of them the same way. It's just like learning in the classroom. This child ain't going to learn like that child.
Yeah. I mean, and that come with, where, and that's where the education, to me, of a psychologist come in, because they're studying all these different behaviors. They're studying all these different all these different mindsets. So they're able to do more of adapting where they're talking about something I've been through that's different from something you've been through. And they can not say they can relate, but they have the education where sometimes it may be something if it's me dealing with it, it may be something I can call one of my old military partners and talk to them.
Depending on what the situation is.
With me so they can relate to me.
Right. Yeah, that's a situation to help both of y'all just to communicate like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's just
you think it would anyway. Yeah. But man, I don't know. I just feel like the psychiatrist thing. You ain't wrong about what you said at all. I ain't debating with you on your outlook on it. But I just feel like they done got people in that room that was talking to them that they can't wrap their mind around too.
Yeah.
Or situations of their own that they can't wrap their mind around. I always say this right here, and a lot of people have said that you got to be insane your damn self to be a psychiatrist. You got to sit there and listen to all the people's problems, all the twists and turns to what the hell's really going on versus what lie they telling you versus what truth they telling you. You got to sit there and pull the whole situation. You might have a complete murder or a psychotic son of a bitch right in front of you. And you got to sit here and be confidential. You got to be one insane son of a gun. And that's just being real. You got to be listen. You almost have to play that role to do that. Because you got to imagine what's that came across their threshold, walking inside their damn building or whatever, room or whatever. You got to be, man. That's something to think about. Everybody thinking just over psychiatrists. Even with the movie The Joker.
Just had a patient in there they talked to, and then they come to find out later on that day that patient killed themselves. So you got to think about how
kill whomever and then killed themselves. Killed 10 other people, then drew the gun on themselves. Like, that's why we sit here preaching mental health. Because even if you was to reach out and get that doggone help, that don't mean it's the right thing. I mean, it's time for everything. I ain't saying it's the wrong thing, but I'm saying it might not be right for that moment. Or just like this, you could have went to somebody that you thought or you knew for sure. Just imagine this. Just imagine it be, say I'm having a bad day. It's just for sheer scenario wise. Say I'm having a bad day. I done talked to whomever I thought would have helped me. They didn't. Now I feel like the only person I got to turn to is the person that I know for a fact is gonna cheer me up some kind of way. They always got the right words to say. And I come to your house. And at the time, I don't know it, but you ain't feeling too goddamn happy yourself. And you foot around and say the wrong shit. And shit, I just done went and did God knows what,
That's true. That's 100% true right there.
I done came to you thinking like, shoot, I ain't mean to say even for the last person, but I just knew he was going, if all else failed, I knew he had me, But then, you in this effort mood, and like, that's it. There's some sick stuff to think about, man, because I be sitting there watching all these shootings and everything else going on, and you be wondering what's in people's mind. Like, are people just weak as hell nowadays? Are they really going through this? Or they feel like they're going through this? I know some folks who's complaining about situations that I done been through 2 or 3 times, and they be feeling like the world coming to an end. And I be sitting there like, damn, this all you complain about? So I really do. Not to look down on nobody, but I really do. I be like,
I feel like one of the biggest things nowadays, compared to you say people back in the days. People back in the days were more trained. Oh, just rub some dirt on it, get over it. Build a bridge, get over it.
Yeah, man. You come from the area.
You were thought of in previous generations as soft. You were soft. Oh, you want to get mental health. Oh, you don't feel like you're mentally stable. You were almost made fun of, like you're crazy.
But see that mental health thing and even the psychiatrist thing wasn't always there. People got to think that whole practice ain't but so many years old versus everything else. So now it's become more common and they keep pushing it. And now that they gave names to what they call as illnesses and everything else, now that it wasn't even there back then, even yourself, you could say that all these other child, childhood issues and stuff like that, anxiety and everything. It's like, man, I ain't hear about none of this shit coming up. All this
ADHD, none of that.
88, all that stuff. I didn't hear about none of this stuff. If you did, it was like one or two children in the class, and they normally had a birth defect that you could visually see.
Yeah.
You could visually see this shit. That hey, their legs is kind of messed up, or they, arms or whatever is kind of messed up. You can see this. Now you got children look perfectly fine, and they want to label them this and label them that. And actually, they had them growing up thinking it's this and thinking it's that. Well, no, man, that ain't even this. I'm from, and you know what I'm saying, my brother, you old, you know what I'm saying, a little older than me. I know you done seen it, and you probably went to a more populated school than I did down there. Down there where you from.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure you did. It's probably another 20 children to every child that was at my school that was at your school.
Yeah, shit, down in my hometown, now there's 7, 8 high schools in town.
Thank you, man. That's what I'm saying. But at the same token, I don't remember but a few kids coming up, elementary, middle, high school, that was like, they actually had a situation where they needed to be in this type of class, or that type of class, or being labeled this way or that way. And nowadays it's so common that they make commercials for it. And I'm like, damn, this is something we're supposed to have been fighting against, and now it became out of control.
I mean, some of them need it, which is a lot better nowadays. I mean, you got some of it.
But I'm saying what?
Like,
yeah, go ahead.
More. I'm not saying just for the ADDs. I mean, you're talking more when you get into like these special education departments. Like with those special education departments, those should have been in schools. Like you was trying to put these special ed students in normal classes back in the day, knowing they didn't have the functionality or even maybe the mentality to be able to suffice in that class. Whereas nowadays, you give them their own environment where you can have more individual training. Because I can think of times growing up in my young elementary school days, you might have had a special ed student in a normal class, and it's people want to. You might have had people trying to make fun of them. The teacher getting fucking frustrated. But I mean, now to give them and you put them in a classroom. I saw it, for 5 years when I was recruiting for the Army. I was in and out of high schools. I mean, you see it's a good thing. You have teachers that specialize in this, that work directly with this. So, I mean, where back in the days, it was just, you want to throw everyone in there. But like you said,
I was trying to ask the questions about people were rhyming.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the name they have for the, you know what I'm saying? The kids nowadays. No, it's not Down syndrome. What is it, man? It ain't ADHD.
You talking about autism?
This dog got right now. Look at it.
You talking about autism?
Yeah, my bad, man. What they call them, man?
You talking about autism?
No, it ain't that. I know it when I hear it. Man, be what the name of it is, man.
ADD, ADHD.
You don't know?
I don't know.
I can't hear you, man. What happened?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Let me see what I did, man. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
No, that took on the right thing. I don't know what I did, though.
Can you hear me? Let's see.
Anyway, we roll on to the show.
I have to argue that point because psychology has been around.
Psychology might have been around for 100 years. Where you get this microphone at?
But I mean, it's been around, but how prevalent has it been as people getting help for
this thing down, man?
That's my biggest thing. How it hasn't been as prevalent, like you say. It did exist, but it wasn't something thought of. It was something you're a soft person. You're soft to be. You need mental health. You got mental health problems. So I mean, I mean, really.
Yeah, leave it go. Good God.
Can you hear me, Des?
Yeah, I can hear you now, brother. I don't know what the devil that was, though. I ain't know you could hear me or not.
It was like Randy said.
I'm about to say, he say psychology been around for 100 years, but it ain't been in your area 100 years. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it might have been around for 100 years, and that's the point I'm talking about. Yeah, just 100 years out of how many? So it's barely new, vaguely new. Just 100.
Yep.
Psychology ain't been in your neck of the woods, is what I'm talking about. Now, you ain't seen nobody. This stuff just started spreading like that.
And I mean, like you said, lobotomy was an early practice in the field. I mean, yeah, that was, mood disorders, schizophrenia, stuff like that.
Yeah, all that stuff, man.
And those were something that was more prevalent. Those were the people that were talking about.
Exactly.
There go Crazy Eddie. There go Crazy Joe.
Yeah, lobotomy. Yeah.
So I mean, lobotomy was something early on that was actually treatment.
But that ain't talking about like your mental status, dude.
Well, I mean, really, it is. I mean, you figure a schizophrenic, that's another type of patient.
True. I mean, the schizophrenia, but I don't know, man. That's schizo. I let it be what it is.
I mean, also on lobotomy, you got bipolar disorder.
He said, "Yes, sir."
You got people that
are bipolar, what disorder?
That can be the nicest person in the world, and 5 minutes later they cussing you out, calling you every day.
Yeah, they cussing you out. Yeah, they're ready to kill you or something like that.
Yeah. Then you got manic depressants. People that suffer from manic depression. I mean, them are the people out there trying to cut their wrists and always trying to attempt something. I mean, is it?
I don't know why you think somebody do that. I mean
mental health. I mean, it could be something that's more prevalent nowadays is bullying. Bullying. I mean, it's sad, but every time you turn around, you see something about a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what your opinion was. I for myself, I don't know. I ain't judging or nothing like that. Yeah. I done seen a whole lot of stuff myself anyway. But I done seen some folks hurt themselves and everything else like that. But I just wanted to see what you gonna say. I mean, me myself, I ain't gonna judge them, but I just wish they'd think about the people that give a whole lot of damn about them, though, rather than thinking don't nobody care.
Yeah, like you said, you grew up in NYC. I mean, how many mental hospitals were there in Valdosta back 25, 30 years ago? I mean, in this area, I mean, I can't answer that. Des, do you ever remember hearing about a mental hospital when you was growing up?
Man, you had very few people who participated in the practice of psychology in Valdosta that was like called upon or anything like that. Like, they probably was witch doctors before that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sure, I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I'm a Dolph. I'm a goddamn 80s baby, so I can't go too far to bite than that right there. But hey, all three of us smart enough to doggone, try to look some up and see though. I promise you that. I like to know the facts on it, just for sheer debate.
Yeah. I mean,
sheer sake of debate, yeah.
I would. I'd like to know, downplay you, dog, but
yeah, ain't gonna downplay it at all. Yeah,
growing up in New York City.
I just saying growing up. Yeah, because it's a lot. The population from there to here. We ain't even got a 3/4 of a million. We ain't got 750,000 people down here. We don't. You can look it up right now. You can Google on your phone, but also Bruce County put together. Lowndes County, Bruce County put together. We probably ain't got a cool meal. We probably don't.
Okay, let's see.
It ain't. Lowndes County probably like a $250,000.
Let's see. Lowndes County population in 2021.
What did it say?
You're not even close there. You talking about
what is it, bro?
119,000.
Yeah, the population ain't what you think it is, and they want to say in Metro Mill. All right, put Bruce in what it is. You say 119. what Brooks said? Probably like 77.
17,000.
Oh, see that? The whole county
So
of Brooks now.
You got 135,000 people.
And see, this is my point. Where you from, it probably was necessary. They probably had a thriving business in that industry or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? That profession.
You got more people. I mean,
but down here, man, you didn't see that. I didn't see nothing about no psychiatrists and all that other stuff about this and all this that, you know, demon, this way you act is that. We ain't see all that. We got ass whoopings. That's what we got down here.
And
as soon as they straight, and we ain't have all that.
You know,
anxiety and everything, man. Shit, I could have sat there just like now. Some old person asks you, all right, back then, an old person asks you a question, you act like you want to answer what the hell they said. Whoop your ass, your ass go to talking then. Yeah, that child had to stutter all his life till you got that ass whooping. Hey, call it what you want to. I got my ass whooped, so shit. I'm on the talk show right there now. I know how to talk. I ain't thought about killing my damn self, never. Shit, I've been through hell and high water. I ain't got to quit moving yet. I ain't saying this excuses for nobody. You live your life how it is. That's why it's to each his own. Shit. I'm from the era where only the strong survive. And shit. People are a lot stronger than they get themselves credit for. That's for folks out there in this world that's thinking they might be weak. You ain't. You are not weak. Just go ahead and stand up and be what you want to be, man. For real. Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
That's straight up. I'm saying that as a motivational thing. Stand up and be what you want to be. For real. It don't matter what you've been through, what you going through, whatever case. I don't feel like eliminating yourself as an answer. Just stand up and be what you want to be. Shit take time. What that old saying is, Rome wasn't built in a day. Whatever the case is, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got another thing I said. Only bad shit happen overnight.
Yep.
Shit, only bad shit happen overnight. Everything else take time, man. Hey, for sure. He say he want to whoop his ass too. Hey, for sure, brother. I want to whoop my ass, man. I got a, you know what I said, take a village to raise a child. Man, I had a village. They send me danger. My mama ain't just whoop my ass. Mama, grandma, uncle, auntie, another auntie, my older auntie, great auntie or whatnot, and shit. Then I had to see my daddy's side of the family. If it was bad enough, whatever I did, shit. And then my lady be hollering about, oh, you ain't got no ass now. That's why. Shit. There you go. They don't whoop that bitch off. For real, man. Toast, B. Shit.
Yeah.
Toast to my ass whooping, boy. If your mama and daddy as a child, if your mama and daddy ain't whoop your ass, you whooping theirs. Cause it's gonna be an attitude. You gonna see who here win. If you're chilling punk, you out, shame on your ass. I been whooped their ass and dare them to call the police. I ain't talking about no brutal beating. I'm talking about a sensible ass whooping for a right reason.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about this no whooping no child ass because you're drunk and all the other shit like that. That ain't no. I'm gonna come knock on your door.
And see, that was a lot of problem with back in our generation, even before. You had just say, for instance,
I ain't talking about because you just want to go party and all that. No, don't death test that child.
You get the mom or dad coming home, and then they just mad. They want to come home and beat on their kids. That's the shit.
No, you wrong. You wrong. Nah, that's when you need to come.
Shit like that.
That's when you need to go seek the help of somebody that look like Kimbo Slides. Rest in peace. When you doing stuff like that, when you get home, you get drunk and everything, you want to go home and then you beat on your wife or kids or anybody, or even the woman beating on their kids unnecessarily and everything else like that. That's when you need to see a big old joker like Kimbo Slides or somebody else. We ain't trying to kill you. You gonna beat your ass. That's messed up though, man. But it's two things in the world you shouldn't mess with. That old people and that children, man. You should never mess with them, man. Coming in and going out. You should never mess with them, boy.
And if you talk to anybody that's been that's done any type of time in prison, them are some of the.
Mine is a terrible thing, brother. Yes, it is. My bad, B. I had to read that. Yeah.
You talk to them folks. Like I said, have been in prison done some time, and them two of the most hated things. If you beat on 13, kids, you molest kids, or you do some shit to old people.
Hey, no, I ain't never been through that. Yeah. No, B, what you said? They'll be what?
I said, I mean, that, it was, if you ever talk to somebody that's actually been in prison, done some time, I mean, you get like a rapist or somebody that does something to children or old people.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole different ballgame.
They're the most hated ones in there. They gonna get you
as it should be. But I also, this is one thing I feel about them whole situation. This is gonna bring up a whole nother topic. People gonna feel salty about it. And people gonna unfortunately pick side, but I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? I just got a little hunch on it. Like, this how I feel. Like, yes, if somebody did that shit, they the scum of the earth. But I also feel like it should be a proven thing. But as I sit and think about it, it's hard to do so. You know what I'm saying? In some cases. It's hard to do so. In some cases, you ain't got evidence of this, you ain't got evidence of that, and you have to take this word versus that word, even though this one could be crying wolf and that right there could be telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. As I sit there and think about it, but I hate like some shit that just straight up like that. I don't see how some of the motherfuckers could be done did this and have allegedly had like 5 or 6 people come forward and everything else and then get away with it. But then you got little whoever over here, his ass ain't did a damn thing, but tried to get him some cootie cat from a girl who was willing, and then her mama caught him, and now he gone forever. You know what I'm saying? Her mama, whatever I was saying, y'all know what I'm talking about.
And that's
in other words, it was consensual until somebody caught their ass, and now it's like, now it's a problem.
And not all that, like we talked about, probably.
I don't like none of that. I don't like them ruining people's lives. Is what I'm saying. Like anything that somebody did that they did, yes, punish them or whatever that they should be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get their little. You did what you did. You should be punished for it if your ass got caught or whatever the case is. But man, when I tell you, like for the folks who done got accused of doing all this stuff and got all this punishment dealt to their ass, who really at the end of the day was not guilty, that's a harsh treatment, man.
And I mean, that shit got to do with, something we talked about
DJ
about a month ago. I remember we talked about, the criminal, how fucked up the criminal justice system is.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, man. Hell, I'm going through some shit my damn self.
If I get caught up in a crime that I didn't even do, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, something like that, and I gotta go get a public defender. Guess what? My ass gonna go up the road.
Yeah.
You gonna get little Timmy, whose daddy owns half the city, and he was caught red-handed. But somehow he get off with slap on the wrist, and we gonna give him 100 hours of community service.
Right.
It got to do with that dollar. It got to do with politics.
But man, it's always gonna be that, man. The connections is what's always gonna get you there, man. That's why I said the other night. You remember we was there? We got like all the education in the world ain't gonna get you. It get you there. It's what kind of ties you make.
Yep.
It's what kind of ties you make, man. You can have connection to the motherfucking mob, and they got to work a day in your life. It's the ties you got, man. It's shaking hands. It's networking. It's knowing who the hell you know.
It's knowing who to piss off and who to piss on.
Who to piss? Thank you. Come on, man. It go down. You can trickle this out the way with a little something, knowing the hold and knowing the fold. Shit. I'm telling you. 15 years, see? 15 years in the hole. He might as well say that. Look, 15. That boy, that's a portion of life. That ain't a part. That's a whole portion. That's like a pie. You separate. You cut 8 slices. You cut 8 slices. That hair.
Yeah, that could be a quarter of your life.
That's it. You think about it. You see the man. Quarter of your life in prison, bro. And just imagine, this is the kicker, man. Off of something you did not do. Just say the police. Just say the police looking for somebody in the black hood that just took off running. And you just getting out your car at the damn store and they lay your ass down. You screaming for your life like, hey, it ain't me. And you like, shit. They take you on in, and the person, just out of sheer fear, they pick you up out the lineup. They still got to dress in the same thing and everything. They pick you up out the lineup. Yeah, black jacket. Gotta be him. And you going to jail. You going to jail forever. You ain't been doing them, minding your business. I'm telling you, man, it's some shit stuff, man, for real, man.
Oh, yeah.
But look, I got another thing. Y'all get a chance, y'all watch the little documentaries they be having on Netflix about the folks be falsely accused, man. That thing almost make you cry in there, boy. For real. Just imagine they were talking about the life they had, just in there in prison, knowing they were wrong about their conviction all the time. They appealed. Didn't get nobody to listen to them, man. They missing kids, they missing their mama, didn't get to go to their mama's funeral and stuff like that, man. Y'all just don't know, boy, all that falsely accused stuff. Well, a lot of that stuff was sad, boy. That stuff hard to watch. Just knowing, just put yourself, just switch the shoes with them. Like you just in prison at 19 for nothing you ain't even do. You don't get out till you 60. Man did 41 years in the hole for nothing. You were just at a party the night before and you going to jail the next morning for prison, shipped off for nothing. Man, this ain't the movie Live. This ain't the movie Live. That's my favorite movie. This ain't it, boy. This ain't it, boy. You don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't.
Gold mine.
That's what's so sad about the criminal justice system. That's what's just so bad about society in general. People are so quickly judged for what they got. People are judged so much for what they got and not what they
man. Check this out. Yeah, don't let it go over your head. Check this out. You know, at the unemployment office, they don't have no jobs available for felons.
See?
They say they don't discriminate. They say it's fair game. But you think they have a whole lineup of jobs somewhere for felons to get a second chance.
Get rehabilitated, like we want to say the
like it say, but they don't.
You ain't lying, they don't.
But they don't. They don't have. They could be like, oh yeah, try here or try there. It could even be 2 places.
Yep. But
they don't.
I mean, it's sad, but we want to be around here calling the prison system and the jail system, you know, rehabilitative.
Now that'll be something to sue the state for. If everybody came together on the same, I wonder how that works. I ain't no lawyer, but I like to get a free consultation with one. Just be like, what if you got? I'll be like, what if you got 500 people to stand in court with you? So many that it won't even fit. It'll be like a huge funeral. People have to stand inside the wall. They go into court and just be like, why Georgia ain't got no, you know, not necessarily Georgia, but why Valdosta ain't got no place or nothing like that. You know, I mean, I know they got places. But why the unemployment office ain't got nothing where they can actually issue out, like, you know, folks who want that kind of help? They ain't got nothing. Damn. That messed up for the folk who grew, you know. And messed up, boy. Oh yeah, you done blew it up over
Yeah,
there.
hey, but and I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's messed
guarantee
up.
for that idea, now that idea you just came up with, I guarantee there's a young, hungry criminal defense attorney out there that would love to take that case.
I bet it is. He gonna catch his
They,
field
they, take it
day.
pro, they take it pro bono to get their name on the map. Because if they go against a state, or
Man, you know they gonna get the biggest cut.
where you go against the federal government and you get a win under your belt like that, your legal career is made. Now you're a celebrity.
He took on the state. I try to recruit his tail.
You can find
I'm telling you,
a young hungry.
Hey! I know who we can get. Morgan and Morgan.
Man, they ain't doing nothing for free. They ain't doing nothing pro bono.
I know they ain't doing nothing pro bono, but man, it's somebody out there.
Just for you to send them an email.
Dang.
You really find you a young hungry attorney, but with that, I mean, and maybe a couple of them, because I mean, you talking about going against the state government, you probably gonna end up going against the federal government. But I mean, just think.
I'm calling. I know who I'm gonna call. A lot of people gonna hate me for this, but I know who will put money for it. He always will. That crazy ass Donald Trump. He'll take over. Hey, I don't care. Trump got nuts to steal. Not saying I'm dick riding nothing like that, but man, he made better entertainment than the motherfucker in there.
Oh yeah.
Nah, everybody want to be like, oh, white supremacy. At least he exposed whatever the hell it is. If it is that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But man, I tell you this, people, unless it's somebody else come up against him, boy, I don't know what to. I don't know what to tell y'all. I already told everybody last time. I said, man, not to get into politics. I hate them. I feel like start over, but. Man, this gonna be some crazy stuff for the next couple of years, boy. Yeah. That's all. That's my only point. Trump would have told him though. I just sit there and laugh, like, oh man.
I mean, I know that's something you and Dez. I mean, Dez can probably touch on that topic more.
Yeah, take on the states on father rights. What's up, man? There you go. You know how they always enforce you to pay, but they don't always enforce everybody to let you see. You don't necessarily get it. They don't enforce the moment to let you see the children or whatever the case was. You done paid this. And then as far as like the little taxes bias back and forth and everything on claiming a child, which I never really cared for, but still, they don't never enforce that. They don't enforce that. Like, damn, I paid my child support all year. I don't get to claim the child this time or that time. Damn year, next 4 years, 1 year, out of the last 10 years. You don't know, man. And then, you know, they be ready to take off the map just for sheer messing up. Whoever made that little rule, they dumb. And they probably by now got a son that's on the same rule they met. No, you got to get them legitimated, brother. You got to get them legitimated, man. That's crazy. I know. I'm gonna tell you like this. It was about at the time that I did it, the year that I did it. You know what I'm saying? One of my kids or whatnot. It $1,500 just to get them legitimated, straight up. 15. I got 4 kids. This man that I did it, you know. Yeah, it had some cash. Just to give them legitimated, just for you to have rights to your own child unless you were married. That's the state of Georgia law. It don't work the same everywhere. But Georgia, yeah. Somebody will get ready for that. It don't make none. It don't make none. It don't make none unless you were married. Hey, man, it can't, you know, they ain't got no say so. And really, after the divorce, after you wait too long, it's still the same thing.
And that really goes back to what we were talking about, the criminal justice system. That's just about money.
Everything about money, man. Best thing for you to do.
If you can put the right bills, the right dollars in the judge's pocket, or
they'll let whatever slide. Believe me,
you gonna get what you want.
Hey, they don't say MOE for nothing. Money over everything, man. Whatever
That's all them
situation
folks
you got,
care about.
money over everything, for real. And the more you understand that, shit, that don't make life no easier, but at least you'll understand that because there's different ways to get it.
Yep.
I mean, multiple incomes is one thing. Man, the best thing I tell you to do is go to work and sell every blood clot thing you can. I'd rather have the money in my hand than whatever item in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm getting like that now. Damn what I can, but I'd rather have change in my pocket than the bank account or something else like that. I'm getting to that point trying to just be grown on that subject, for real. Should have been that way. We have been that way, but a different stroke for different folks. But I tell you what, for anybody hit a chunk of change, boy, you better put it back, boy. Just for some, just in case of some ugly days ahead, for real. Stack it up.
Yep.
I'm talking about like I might not take a trip. I love taking trips. I might not take a trip for a few years just to sacrifice, just to sacrifice sheer comfortability because I want to ensure that. Real B, just imagine, man, like whole couple years you ain't got nothing but the light bill to pay, a water bill, a cell phone bill. Just imagine the whole couple years. Yeah, you done paid everything up. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Man,
you ain't never gonna be able to get that because you got to think. Even if you think you own your house, you don't.
You got them damn property taxes. And then you got some folks,
so you ain't never gonna get away from that bill.
You know, you got folks who own the house but don't own the land. You got folks who don't own the house but own, you know what I'm saying, own the house but don't own the land. I don't know, it's crazy, man, but I don't agree.
You got folks out here, and that's how.
I believe in the one-time fee.
You got
like, hey, this is what you got. This is what you got. You bought this. You done paid for it. That's yours. But you want to play that property tax? I don't get it. Everybody be like, "Oh, it helped this and helped that." How we see the money come back?
Yeah, it don't come back to my property.
You know what the biggest scam in America is? 2.
Taxes.
1. There's one left over.
Healthcare.
Nope. All right, I add a third for that one right there, but you still got a third. What's up? That'll be number 2. What you got?
I don't know then.
Tips.
Talking about tipping at a restaurant, at a bar, or something like that?
Tip. Go on and pay them people what they deserve. Stop depending on the other people to fit in their gap. Go on and pay them people.
Yeah, I agree.
Go on and pay them people.
Because they get tips, they get paid $2 an hour. But I just want to kind of show this right here, kind of give y'all what we were saying, how crooked shit is in this country. It's a perfect example. Yeah. How does a bill become
and they slid that money in that pocket, goddamn, just like that.
That's it right there.
You say this is a great sports manager. Let's see all your questions and money. You're damn right.
I mean,
yeah, but you said the same thing you just said.
You ain't never seen nobody crying over $1 billion. You ain't never seen when they talk about you ain't never seen nobody cry over $1 billion. You ain't never seen nobody happy over spilled milk either.
Yeah, all right.
Exactly. Well, yeah, all that money can do you everything, but how many of them people are happy? Most of them ain't happy. They got all that money. They got all this money. They fucking miserable. They ain't enjoying shit. That's how I ain't gonna say the rich folks. I'm saying the ones above the rich folks. That's how they always miserable. They always want more.
The elites. That's why they play war. You know, people don't know, like folks in the military, y'all don't realize that they playing toy soldiers with everybody.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're gonna push a team from the north and we'll hit them from the southeast and everything. They're just pushing y'all forward like that across the map. When they showed that in that movie, when they showed it in that movie that time, I was like, it's a reason. All right, so when I got shot, they wouldn't even let me join the military for sure. The reason that I got shot up and everything. And I said, damn, that messed up. I'm trying to be all I can be. I said, damn. But it's a reason behind the madness, man. I said that I look at it now, I be like, man, I'm glad. Instead of just sitting there doing like that. Y'all get all the benefits in the world, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't come across a few of them like that, Like you said, damn hard ass people. And hard ass and good ass people. They made the folk take them jabs. I said, golly. But it's the military is some good stuff, man. I believe in it, man. I feel like that's another thing they ought to restructure, man. That's just my own opinion on it. They should restructure some things. Man, you been in it long enough to know that too, though, man. You ain't no dummy towards. I feel like they ought to restructure some things. I don't feel like it's being held up as the same thing it originated out to be.
Boom. He said it right there. It's a large-scale game of risk.
Yeah.
And every last one of them.
That's life. That's life. That's life in a nutshell. What he just said. That's life in a nutshell. It's a big game of risk, man. You sure no said that, brother. That's it. I like that. For real.
You didn't lie about that one right there.
Yeah, it really don't get no really. You don't take the risk, you really gonna stay in the same square. For real. About like a game of poker, boy. You better have a good poker face and play that head.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, you said that now. I'm talking about a short sentence. It ain't even take that much. Large scale game of risk. Golly. That damn it made me scared to play chess.
And I know I seen something today, and I know.
Damn, bro, you hit the nail on the hammer on the nail.
Posted today, Des.
Oh, talking about I don't care how far you can see down the road. I don't care how far you think you can see down the road. You still can't see what's coming ahead or something like that. I said, something similar to that effect. But you can't, man. Anything called live, man, you can't see. You can probably see down the road way, man. You know yourself. That's just like in a car. You can see up and down the hill and everything else. You know what's coming at the top of it at the same time. You coming at the top of what's coming around the curve. When you coming around the curve, you don't know. And that's just comparing that to life, Like you don't know what's ahead. Straight up. You might go to sleep till fine tonight and wake up fucked up in the morning.
I seen a line to something I was reading last week, and I reposted that line. The best sermons are lived, not preached.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't tell me about something you lived.
Yeah,
I ain't lived it. I mean, I ain't never gonna fully understand that. You can, and at the same time, and this kind of ties a little bit back into mental health. Somebody could be going through something. A friend of yours could be going through something. Don't say, "Oh, I've been there before." If you ain't been there before, if you ain't been through an identical situation, just be there. Be an ear
you can feel. Yeah, you can feel for them. You can feel for them. There ain't nothing wrong with being there, like you said. It ain't nothing wrong with being there.
Yeah, you can feel for them, but don't try to feel with them if you wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Just be that ear to listen, that shoulder to cry on.
You try to be some sort of a motivation. That's it, man.
Yeah.
You have to be choiceful with your words when people going through things, man. You really do. I've even find myself wanting to redact what I said before, but you can't change it. So, sometimes shit just slip, and not necessarily meaning you intended it for bad at all. But so you be like, damn, I could have chose a better choice of words, or I could have chose a better sentence, or a way to say it. I done find myself saying the same thing, like, damn, I done asked them about so and so, knowing they fucked up, or knowing he don't want to talk about this, or they don't want to talk about this. I done said all that stuff before in my head. I done asked about, man, let me tell you. I remember one time, at the time I wasn't thinking about it, but so and so had done passed on. And I my ass asking about the people. hey man, how's such and such doing? They looked at me, I looked at them, I said, what? They talking about, man, I said, oh man. Like, damn, it really did slip my mind, man. I'm talking about like for real. And I was just like, that's just one of those situations, man.
And
And I
that's
don't know. I know they probably were like, this was real crazy. They ain't leave right then, but they left.
and sometimes just be that friend, be that person. I mean, silence is sometimes the best answer. Just you sitting there listening. If it's just I need to get some shit off my chest, just by you sitting there being silent and sitting back and listening to that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, because sometimes they just take getting that stuff, literally getting it off your chest, literally talking to somebody about it.
Yeah, you're right. Now you're right about that. I was telling somebody once before, it was like it helped a lot just to talk about certain situations. I ain't gonna lie, you might not even got it all off your chest, but it relieves some pressure, man. You ever tried to hold a whole lot in, man? Look here, everybody got a certain size jaw. Your jaw might be bigger than this person's jaw, and so much you can keep in. Every time something happens, every time something happens, you just throw it in there and close the lid, think it's gonna be all right. Oh, such and such did me wrong. This did happen at work to them. Mama pissed me off to them. Daddy pissed me off to them. Brother, sister pissed me off to them. Chilling aggravate me to them. You just steady throwing it in there. After a while, boy, you ain't gonna have no room, boy. After a while, you ain't gonna have no room, man.
And I mean,
you gotta have some sort of outlet, even if you don't spare, even if you do bottle it up, you got to have somewhere to open that jar and let that bottle breathe, boy.
Yeah, it'll literally kill you. It'll literally
kill you.
It's giving you heart disease. I mean, stress is one of the main factors in heart
disease. That is the number one killer. That is the number one killer, man. That's a lot of causes of a lot of illnesses, bro. Stress.
Yeah, stress causes. I mean,
people don't know that.
Stress can mess up your mental state as well. If you're just going through a lot, whether it be bills, there's the holidays coming up. And I've seen
that's it.
I seen somebody post on Facebook the other day, kind of on the mental health thing. Don't go out there trying to, show out for everybody. For
right. Yeah. I read that earlier today. Yeah.
That you may not have.
And they ain't gonna play with it. They ain't gonna play with it.
And they ain't gonna play with it. Are you gonna turn around the day after Christmas figuring out, damn, all my credit cards are maxed out, not even cut my hours at work, how I'm gonna pay these bills? And you did all that for nothing. I mean, find something that your kid really wants. Ain't no need to have 200. What you need to have 200 presents?
Everybody
keep up with somebody else. You ain't
keep up with somebody who ain't somebody who's going to bed the damn self.
Yeah. And I mean, and there's no pun intended, but they're out there trying to keep up with the Joneses.
The Jones. No, but still, I understand what you're saying, though, brother. I seen that same poster, bro. It spoke volumes on a lot of things. Cause I was like, dang, that mean a lot. Cause I'm one of them fathers who, back in the days I did under the Christmas tree full, so many presents, even down to small. And I remember I put a box inside a box inside a box inside a box. Then it got down to the small box for my daughters and stuff. I did all kind of stuff. Big this, big that, shit you can ride on, shit you can ride in, shit you can remote control cars, little small helicopter drones, anything. Man, B, you know that. I'm talking about going out the way. And man, it's so many toys that just like the drone got stuck in the tree. Both the little robotic dinosaurs tore up. The remote control cars, they don't know where the remote said. Either the antenna tore up on something. The keyboard that light up, they ain't never played me a song off of it or nothing. There's so much stuff I can go down the list with. The illuminating footballs, the basketballs and stuff. Oh man, I can go for days. The basketball goals and whatever the hell else. Pets and all. Man, I can go down the list over the years of stuff I done bought. And tablets, cell phones. Man, shit. It is what it is. And I couldn't tell you what half that shit is now.
Exactly. I mean, and a lot of times it may not even be you just stressing yourself to find everything. That I mean, you gonna get a young kid, say a 5, 6 year old, for example. I don't know. I got a 5-year-old niece.
Mm.
Love her to death, get her anything, but I done bought her toys, stuffed animals, this and that. That's the coolest thing on the block right now. Guess what? 2 hours from now, that thing thrown in the corner, thrown up under the bed. Ain't never gonna be found. Ain't never gonna be touched again. So, find out what it is they really want. Something that they're gonna use. Something that they're gonna
Damn,
get used out of. Versus buying them a whole bunch of little random stuff. They're gonna pick up, shake it, push it across the living room floor, and then toss it in the corner. And they ain't gonna get played with again. But you done spent all this money that you essentially wasted. I'm not saying don't buy stuff for your kids. Let them enjoy it. But
no, look at here, man. I got another question.
all right,
I got another question. Like, do you think it's a better approach? All right, say even if you are rich, do you think it's a better approach to give your child everything they want? Because how you gonna ensure that they have the morals and values that you need them to have versus the shit that they want to have and what you want them to have?
that's
Because I look at it like this. I know quite a few people that, well, coming up, I knew a few people that's, hell, my family ain't damn rich, me. But I know some folks who was, like really less fortunate, and you could tell. But when I tell you, them folks appreciated every damn thing and they treat you like, you know what I'm saying? They treat you like gold or whatever. That's the way it was, with them, and still is to this day. You see them, they still in good health and everything, and still doing the same old thing they were doing. But they just had the slow approach. I don't know. It's better than. I feel like it's better than just that fast life, even though that's probably the life I probably always sought after at the time. Want this now, want that now. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to wait. Don't give it right here.
well, yeah, because I mean, it may have been something that at a time in your life you were not able to get. So obviously, you want to get that. Every man, woman, child has something in their life that they want to get, someplace they're going to go. I mean, we talked about. I know we talked about this a few weeks back, talking about like bucket list items. That's just something you
Oh
got
yeah,
in your mind
yeah.
you're gonna do in life. One way or
Yeah, that
another,
you
I'm
want to do
gonna
before it's
make it to a
over.
point in life where I can do that. And I mean, we
Yeah.
discussed it, and for if you got it, like saying you well off,
Yeah.
by all means, get stuff for your kids, but at the same time, don't handicap them for later in life. So then
There you
that's
go.
what creates what we got now
That's
is
what I'm
it's a
saying.
spoiled generation.
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like they came up by parents that like to party. Most of the folks around my age, a little younger, they like to party. So shit, that's really the era that it is now. It's done switched back up to shit the 80s, 90s already. It's like it's three cycles. You got 80s, 90s, early 2000s, then it's done reverted back
Mm-hmm.
around. It's coming back around. Like the booty shaking everything came back around. It's gonna go away and come back around. It's gonna go away and
Mm-hmm.
come back around.
All the different styles of clothing.
Yeah, it's a went away. I done seen some stuff come back 2 or 3 times. That's just like, all right, so Chuck Taylor. When I was very young, it was Chuck's. Them joker went away. Just like now. It ain't number Jordan, Air Max, everything else. I still gotta pay all white Chucks in the plastic in the closet. I ain't one. They got They got everything else right now. They gonna come back out, man. That's just like being casual and baggy clothes and tight clothes, all the other stuff. All that stuff take a
Yeah,
turn,
that
man.
baggy clothing gonna come back. I mean, everything now is skin
Yeah,
tight.
they gonna come back. I don't know who gonna make it come back, but you seen Kodak Black in that video had that FUBU jersey on.
Yeah, I mean, all
Ah.
that stuff come back. I mean, I remember not. I mean, it's
Yeah,
falling back off again, but like some of the brand like Champion. Man, 2 3 years ago,
yeah,
Champion, you had your Champion hoodie.
man.
Man, now you walking Ross. And I remember prior to that.
Them bitches like $40 t-shirts.
Yeah, I remember 10, 15 years ago, you go get a Champion shirt out of Walmart, out of Kmart. It was $5.
Man, for about $5, yeah. Now you buy some champion, but that'd be like 35 and up, boy,
Yeah,
25
yeah,
and up, man.
you buying that
Yeah,
straight fresh.
that's
You buying
crazy.
that to wear on the scene. You wouldn't have worn that on the
Man,
scene 15 years ago.
man,
You would have got caught.
you used to get picked at. Thank you. You used to get picked at for winning champion.
They
Anybody
would
who
have
used to
said,
get picked at for winning champion, say
welcome to
what's
the
up.
barbecue. But your
If
ass
they
is
have
gonna
to
get a
work for
barbecue
anything,
for
they
playing
if they don't, if they
10,
never have to
15
work
years
for
ago.
anything, they'll always want something. You know what? This man right here, you got to come to the podcast in person, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got to come in person. I don't know where you at. We shipping you down here.
He about Austin. He local.
And we bringing his ass over here. What kind of drink you drink? We gonna bring it, and we gonna get to it. Straight in the man cave.
Yeah.
For real,
I mean,
man.
no, that is true. If they never had to work for anything, they'll always want something. So I mean, I'm not saying if you're well off not to take care of your kids, not to get them things, but don't give them everything. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, there's more to that than I'm just saying don't give them everything. I
No,
mean,
yeah. That don't mean don't give him anything. But you can't sit there and give him everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard for the child to learn the morals and values if you sitting there giving them everything.
you know,
It's all about making sure they're ready for what I don't know,
sit
ready for what
down.
they get, man. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Say die.
And I mean,
Yeah, man, cause it's
I
up
mean,
for real. Yeah, have
uh,
a good conversation enough.
I had wanted to, shit. I don't lost a little bit of train of thought there. I had some kind of to coincide with that to, the whole, if they have to work for if they don't have to work for anything, then they'll always want something. I mean,
Yeah.
give them, okay, I got it now. It kind of goes back to that saying, teach them everything. Teach them everything they know. Don't teach them everything you know.
Yeah.
Give them everything they need, not everything they want.
Now that one
You give them
is
everything they
official.
need, they ain't never gonna want.
You got a point there now. I be trying to do that little young thing, man. I was thinking about doing a lot of stuff coming up this summer with my kids. I know spring, let me say. It's best to start in spring so we have it running by the summer. I have a few things, man, up my sleeve. Let me try it with my kids, and I love for it to go through. And be up every weekend getting it in.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired of everybody ought to think like this. I'm tired of actually depending on just one sole group of people for my income. As in, like, okay, you go to this job, this is the only source of income. You just depending on this one thing, clocking in, clocking out of this one thing. So if that one thing go wrong, then you out of that one thing. Versus me getting something where I can have multiple things, like happening. Everybody know what I'm talking about. You ain't no dummy to this. But I ain't just focused on this either. But it's like it's shit official. Just
Yeah.
know that. Details coming soon. But yeah,
All right.
man. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Everything
really on that
everything
note, I
be up
mean,
though.
hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in, dog. We're gonna get with you and get you here live for an episode.
Let me
Hold
say
on.
this.
Yeah.
Georgia, LSU.
You must not saw what
That,
happened at LSU Saturday night.
yeah, I seen it. Did that put them out of the runnings?
Yeah.
No. It don't put them out of the runnings. They still in the
No. Well, I mean, they in there. They ain't got a shot to make the playoff or nothing now.
Are they gonna beat Georgia?
If any of y'all believe that, I got some oceanfront property in Idaho for sale.
Well, you better get rid of the doggone sell it. Put it up front. Let's go take a vacation there first. So I can wear my LSU jersey on my back.
If you believe that, I got a blizzard in Miami.
I want that Joe Burrow. bro. But anyway, man.
I ain't gonna talk too much about college football because the University of Miami sucks this year.
Florida State beat Florida though.
Man, I don't care about
that. Yeah, for you, Miami, they ain't even show them on TV no more.
I watched them Saturday. They was on TV.
We had to find them on special cable.
No, they weren't on special cable. They was on
they wasn't on special cable. Oh, the same over the Lewis squad.
They was on the LSU network. Louisiana State University, because we were right there with y'all getting our ass handed to us.
Well, hey, like we in the same box, brother. That's all I can say, man. That's it, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna ask you live while we still on here, man. How much dudes them enjoyed the holiday, man?
Oh, good.
Yeah. Everybody came, or just my dudes now?
Oh no, they ain't come down. We was over there with with the rest of the Wise family and everything.
Okay. That's what's up.
They'll be down for Christmas though.
All right, that's a bit. I might have to stop by there and got there see what's going on, man. They gonna get there before Christmas or just Christmas Day?
They may be there a few days.
Oh shit, I hope so, man. Yeah. Hope they travel safe too. But anyway, man, good night, everybody. Yeah, you know how to ask my brother how you doing, man. Y'all ought to call somebody you love right now, ask them how they doing. I don't care who it is, what it is, or what time it is, wherever you at. Get to it. And y'all holler at us next week, same time, same station, same channel. Like, subscribe, love, all of that good thing. Those good things, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Just do it, man. You feel me? Comment on the thing this time when you see us. Holler at us out in public. Everybody in the Valdosta, Georgia, Lyons County, Brooks County area. Fool with us, man. Much love, and we out of this thing. Holler at your boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.